Spanking, hitting, tapping, slapping, however you may phrase it, is not an effective way of parenting and can cause tremendous negative effects on children. Spanking your child is an ineffective disciplinary method that not only fails to teach a child proper behavior or a lesson, but it also leads to an increase in aggression, negative impacts on self-regulation in many aspects, as well as alters a child's brain response. Before getting into the speech, here are some things for you to think about. Would you, one, hit your coworker or another adult for annoying you? Would you hit your spouse when they do something you do not like? Or would you hit your dog for misbehaving? All of these circumstances are not okay to do. So when you think about a child and you think about when they're being spanked, most of the times it is because they are annoying a parent, doing something a parent does not like, or misbehaving. If you would not do any of these things to a fully grown adult, why would you think it is okay to do it to a child? I have gone through many credible sources, listened to expert opinions through podcasts, and have also my own personal opinions and witnessed the negative effects associated with corporal punishment in children. Students or researchers may find the insights throughout this speech valuable within their own studies, or even caregivers dealing with children experiencing behavioral problems within their own families and need helpful resources or alternatives to corporal punishment. There is 50 plus years of solid research and data on the negative effects of spanking. It does not teach a lesson or handle a situation like many parents think. Here is a cumulative number of states prohibiting all corporal punishment of children. There is now 68 as of 2024 that, not including the United States, with a ban on corporal punishment. It's extremely important to realize that discipline and punishment are not the same thing. Corporal punishment can lead to an increase in aggression. Children learn through modeling, so when they are hit or spanked for bad behavior, they then learn that you can use corporal punishment to solve problems. It essentially normalizes violence as a way to control children and resolve their own conflicts. Children learn by observing and imitating, so if they see a parent or an adult using physical punishment, they're more likely to use that themselves. And it's also seen that according to the APA, children who are spanked frequently are more likely to believe it is acceptable and to go on and spank their own children. It also leads to a negative impact on child-parent relationships. This can be repeated use of corporal punishment may lead to aggressive behavior and altercations between parents and child, and it can ultimately negatively affect the relationship. When children are constantly spanked, they become distrustful of their parents and often feel that there's less emotional availability and oftentimes do the wrong thing instead of the right thing. Corporal punishment can have negative impacts on self-regulation. This can lead to antisocial behavior, the struggle to build relationships, and not the greatest social skills. Emotionally, people struggle to regulate their emotions, hard to cope with challenges, and instills a different type of fear inside one. Cognitively, it can hinder one's ability to solve problems, make decisions, or even process certain information. The use of corporal punishment not only negatively impacts self-regulation, but it also alters a child's brain responses. Did you know changes in brain anatomy can be seen in MRI, higher activity in specific areas of the brain, and reduced prefrontal cortical gray matter? There has been new research found by Harvard that shows spanking alters children's brain responses in similar ways to severe maltreatment and increases the perception of threats. So children who have been spanked have a higher activity in those areas of the brain that regulate emotional responses and detect things that are threatening. These children who have been spanked were even threatened by facial expressions that were considered not threatening whatsoever. And the reduced prefrontal cortical gray matter is the ability to control movement, memory, and emotions in children and in anybody. There are many ways to go about punishing a child, and there are many effective alternatives to spanking that can allow children to discipline their children in ways that are effective and positive. Set expectations young. Positive reinforcement and praising good behavior goes a long way. Redirection and timeouts. When you establish clear rules and boundaries from an early age, it almost instills it into the child and lets them know what's happening next or what they can expect to come next. Praising and rewarding good behavior is highly effective and encouraging when a child does a positive action. This can include verbal praises, small rewards, or even just acknowledging the child's effort. Redirection is used best when a child is doing something inappropriate. The best thing to do is, well, how about we try this instead of this? It can prevent escalation and provide a positive alternative. Timeouts are the last resort, but if needed, a child can calm down and reflect on their behavior. It's important to use this consistently, but using it unemotionally. To wrap things up, today I spoke with you about the negative effects of corporal punishment, with an increase in aggression, negative impacts on self-regulation, and how it alters child's brain responses. It's extremely important that caregivers have access to resources and training on effective discipline methods to make informed decisions and promote healthy outcomes for children. Corporal punishment can lead to serious negative effects on children's behavior and their development. Being a teacher, a parent, a caregiver, or caring for children in any way, it can be truly overwhelming at times. But to find the best and most effective discipline methods, it's important to look for them. By exploring and implementing positive discipline strategies, using timeouts, positive reinforcement, setting expectations, we can guide children towards better behavior while also nurturing their development. All of the information that was pulled from today was used from the American Association of Psychology, Harvard's studies, as well as the End Corporal Punishment Organization. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening.